riding the waves over the deep blue sea. Can you tell me how much you can cover a day? Can you tell me how long you have gone? With the purpose of bringing together your hearts and minds. Nipong Maru, sailing the blue, blue ocean. Chasing the winds over the deep blue sea. Can you take me with you to the parts of the world with the message of love and peace? Can you take me to nations where caring is only a word to say? If you carry us over and out to the world, there's a chance we can speak to them all. There's a chance we can tell them the world's mother home and the people are family. Nippon Maru, sailing the blue, blue ocean. Riding the waves over the deep blue sea. Can you tell me how much you can cover a day? Can you tell me how long you have gone? With the purpose of bringing together your hearts and minds. Nippon Maru, sailing the blue, blue ocean. Chasing the winds over the deep blue sea. Can you take me with you to the parts of the world with the message of love and peace? Can you take me to nations where caring is only a word to say? If you carry us over and down to the world, there's a chance we can speak to them all. There's a chance we can tell them the words were the home and the people are family. Sailing the blue, blue ocean, riding the waves over the deep blue sea. Can you tell me how much you can cover a day? Can you tell me how long you have gone? With the purpose of bringing together young hearts and minds. Nippon Maru, Nippon Maru, Nippon Maru.
All right. Wow, grabe na ako ka-hype. Welcome back and to our In Harmony COVID conversation. My name is Angel Escuna-Cullera, and what you just heard is a song by one of the youth exchange programs that our National Youth Commission is holding in partnership with Japan and ASEAN. That's called the SHIP for Southeast Asian and Japan Youth Program. And today is extra special because it is Say Up Day! Yay! Hello sa mga kapwa nato din ha nga mga Say Up. And of course, that's the celebration. You would see my backdrop because we're merging two topics this afternoon. It's the celebration of Say Up and we'll be talking about the importance of education, that you can avail education even if you don't go to the formal schools because the Department of Education is offering alternative learning system. Reason, ang ating background ngayon is are rather bags. School bags. Diba? Bags yan siya. Pero, for me, it is very, very extra special because these are two bags that we use during the SAYAP program. The pink one, yes, dabi na pink, no? But yan talaga mga ka-IH. Pink is for the bag that I used when I was a participating youth. That was in 2007. Hello, hello sa mga batchmates namin dyan. Philippine Participating Youth, Pagsikat. Hello, hello sa inyo. And of course, the blue one represents the bag, the MOPAS bag that we used when I was a discussion facilitator in 2012. So hello, hello sa mga PPYs and all the PYs of 2007 and 2012. And of course, all the PYs from 1974 till last year, but it's just unfortunate because COVID happened. So, medyo wala tayong sailing ngayon this year. But, let's not fret because I'm pretty sure once all this will be over, balik naman yung program. So, this is also a promotion sa ating mga youth leaders dyan. You can avail of this program by February. Usually by February, the National Youth Commission sends out application because they select 28 youth leaders that would represent the country in this prestigious and once-in-a-lifetime na program, Youth Leadership Program. So, hindi ko pa ata na-introduce ang self ko. My name is Angel Escunicollera and welcome to In Harmony COVID Conversations. So, kumusta na? Happy midweek sa lahat. Bago yan, no? Bago natin pag-usapan kung ano talaga yung alternative learning system, simulan muna natin in understanding kung gaano ba kahalaga ang education. So sabi nga dyan, gamitin ko na talaga, magpakatotoo na ako, no? Kasi hindi siya medyo klaro sa akin. Sabi dyan ni Mrs. Ellen G. White in her book Education, true education means more than the perusal of certain course of study. Okay? It means more than a preparation for the life that now is. It has to do with the whole being and with the whole period of existence possible to man. It is the harmonious development of the physical, the mental, and spiritual powers. And it prepares the student for the joy of service in this world and for the higher joy of wider service in the world to come. So, di ba, ang galing ng education, ng impact ng education sa atin kasi, di ba, it's not just about you feeding your mind, but it's also you feeding yourself for you to be able to serve the community and the society in general. And so, hello pala tayo dyan. So, wag natin kalimutan yan, no? And I am a faculty member of USTP. Hello, kaway dyan sa University of Science and Technology of Southern Philippines. And as we are live here in Facebook, we are also live simulcast via our USTP FM DXGG 104.3. Hello kay DJ Ayan for always supporting us. So, dyan sa mga kapwa natin dyan kay Asia Claveria, maririnig din tayo dyan through our USTP FM DXGG 104.3. So, yun nga, no? Balik tayo sa usapan ng education. So, ganun ka-importante, ganun talaga tayo kahalaga. Kaya nga kami dito sa In Harmony, patuloy namin kayong pinapaalalahanan na hindi pa tayo tapos sa ating gyera, mga ka-IH. Huwag natin kalimutan to put on the mask, to practice proper hygiene, and of course, maintain physical distancing. Kasi nga, yan talaga ang ating non-pharmaceutical na defense to fight against COVID. And of course, you have to keep yourself healthy, eat healthy, sleep early, and of course, proper diet. And for us here in Cagayanons, reminder ko lang sa inyo, no? Nagsimula na po nung Monday, October 5, ang pag-implement ng ating ordinance number 13946-2020. Yan po ang ordinance na nagpapatibay na dapat po tayong gumamit ng wasto sa ating face mask. Dagdagan po natin yan ng face shield kasi meron na po yung face shield na requirement. At i-practice po natin ang physical distancing. yan po, 1 to 2 meters apart. Huwag mo tayo muna maging close kampante-kampante kahit ka-opisina natin yan sila or kung sino man yan siyang mga kasama natin. No, kasi sabi nga, hindi po naglalakad si virus, pero tayo po, mga tao, that we keep on moving, are the ones who are bringing and transmitting the virus. So, the countries have proven, other countries like New Zealand, Taiwan have proven it na pwede pala siyang ma-win over ang COVID for as long as we are doing our part. So yun siya mga kapwa, no? And of course, bago yan lahat, no? Basa muna tayo, pa-shoutout daw, sabi nila. Shoutout dyan sa kay Hello Princess Alvin. Happy Say Up Day. Yes, happy to know that we are talking about ALS. Sabi niya, yes, we are so grateful na kasama natin ngayon ang Regional Coordinator ng Region 10 sa Alternative Learning System. And of course, shout out ko na din sa aming mga batchmates ng SEAP. Hello Pagsikat and hello din sa mga 39 SEAP. At of course sa iyo, John Princess, sa batchmates nyo. Baka gusto mo din silang i-shoutout, pa-comment na lang para basahin natin. And before natin talaga pag-usapan ng ALS, we'd like to offer you this sa mga kasayap, mga kapwa dyan. This song was composed during our time 2007 by the Lao participating youth. And I find it very, very essential sa atin ngayon, especially that we are in this COVID na time, that we let us not forget that we are one and the same. So ito po, panoorin po natin to muna.
Stay home.
Stay home.
Nagtiyan.
Stay home.
อยู่บ้านเด้อ
Stay home.
อยู่บ้าน
Stay home
Stay home.
Stay safe out there
I have a dream of what I wanna be. I wanna be free. That's what my heart keeps telling me.
Give me your hand, we'll find a way. There are people out there that feel the same. And if we help each other, I just know we can succeed.
We are one, but we are different. We're from all around the world. We share the same sun, we share the same oceans. We are every boy and girl.
Come together and share our dream. We'll be among the stars, and we know that it's destiny. We are unity. We are unity.
I do believe, oh, I believe in destiny. It's up to me to make it into reality.
Give me a hand, we'll find a way. There are people out there that feel the same. If we help each other, I just know we can succeed.
We are one, but we are different. We're from all around the world. We share the same sun, we share the same oceans. We are every boy and girl.
Come together and share our dreams. We'll be among the stars, and we know that it's destiny, that we are unity.
No matter where you're from or who you are,
If we can find a common place to be, then we are friends.
we are one, but we are different. We're from all around the world. We share the same sun, we share the same oceans. Ooh.
We are one, but we are different. We're from all around the
same oceans. We are every boy and girl. Come together and share our dreams. And be among the stars. And we know that it's destiny that we are unity. We are unity. We are unity.
Yun! Oh my gosh, I'm so hyped. If only I was among those who sang. No, salute sa ating mga PYs. Thank you. Terima kasih. Arigato gozaimashita for coming up with that beautiful, beautiful song, reminding us that though we are apart, we are physically distanced, especially in this time of COVID, we are one and the same, especially in keeping our community and our society in place. And of course, we do that via education. So, as we said kanina, early on, this afternoon's episode is really, really special because not only are we celebrating the Teachers Month, ano pa to, follow through pa to, kasi nga DepEd has started their classes last Monday. So, eto po, pag-usapan po natin, baka medyo nag-worry kayo kung, ay, hindi ako pwede ngayon sa formal schooling kasi ang daming demands, ganun, hindi ako ganyan. Pero fret not, meron po tayong paraan dyan. And we have no less than the regional coordinator for Region 10, Department of Education, Region 10, for Alternative Learning System, Dr. Ray Butch Mahinay. Hello, hello. Good
Hello, Ma'am Angel.
Hello. Hello, Sir Butch. Kumusta naman?
Hello, okay lang. Maayong hapon. Magandang hapon, Ma'am Angel. And I'd like to take this opportunity to greet also our regional director in the DepEd Regional 10 office, si Dr. Art Bayokot, and of course to my chief, Ma'am Mala Epra Magnaong, and to our ALS implementers in the entire Region 10 because I am sharing this sa Facebook page ng Alternative Learning System Region 10. So I hope all the implementers are watching us in this live episode. So thank you very much, Ma'am Angel, and to the team behind this for giving us this chance to highlight the alternative learning system.
Yes, thank you so much, Sir Butch. Actually, honor and pleasure is ours, no? Na you, despite your busy schedule, you have joined us this afternoon. I understand, meron you were from a Zoom meeting and then napasok lang to kasi nga, thank you so much for giving us this opportunity. And hello dyan kay Regional Director Bayokot and to all ALS DepEd na mga teachers. Saludo kami sa inyo dyan. So, Sir Butch, baka nagtaka sila, no, Bisaya ta. Pero bakit tayo nagtatagalog? Kasi nga, we're spreading the word. Yes, na the broadcast is not just exclusive here in Cagayan and Mindanao, but of course, nationwide. So, salamat sa DepEd for that. So, Sir Butch.
Yes, Ma'am Angel.
So,
I'd like also to greet pala our friends in the central office kasi they really requested for us for them to see this. So I'd like to greet our Assistant Secretary J.H. Ambat of the ALS Task Force and to Director Marilet Almeida and to all the members of the ALS Task Force. Hello. Yes, this is it. I hope this is a source for good information sa advocacy natin for alternative learning system.
Yes, oo. At bago ang lahat pala, before I forget, Sir Butch, Happy Teacher's Day.
Yes, thank you, Miss Angel.
Oo. Happy Teacher's Day. Yun. So, Sir Butch, because like personally, ako naririnig ko yung ALS, yun nga yung iba sabihin ALS, and sometimes they would consider it yung sakit. Pero ALS siya, Alternative Learning System. So, ano ba talaga tong Alternative Learning System?
Okay, so alternative learning system is it's a parallel educational system to the formal schools in DepEd. Kung naatay formal schools, naapod tay non-formal education sa Department of Education. So when we say formal school, mao ning kanang the usual nato nga kindergarten, paingon sa senior high
Mm-mm.
school, ang
Mm-mm.
yearly nato school year nga gina-follow. We also have a non-formal education which is now the alternative learning system. So it's
Mm-mm.
parallel but not mirror image of the formal school. What do I mean
Mm.
by not a mirror image? Because we have a separate curriculum for our ALS learners. We do not follow the curriculum of the formal school system. And then,
Mhm.
um, yes, so kana lahi yun siya. No, for example, in the formal school system, we have 8 subjects. In the alternative learning system, we call it learning strands, and we have
Mm-mm.
6 learning strands. Okay, so that's one of the differences. Another is that our pupils and students in the formal school talagang school age sila. But if their
Uh-huh.
ages would go beyond 12 years old, we can accommodate them in the alternative learning system. So
Mm.
primarily, our learners in ALS are the out of school na mga learners, out of school age learners. So basically, we only allow or register learners who are 12 and above for our elementary and
Oh,
16
okay.
years old and above for the junior high school. So, yun talaga yung target learners natin for the alternative learning system. Hindi po siya
Mm-mm.
shortcut way o hindi po siya parang kasi napag-iwanan ka ng enrollment, na-close ka ng enrollment,
Yeah.
then you can go to the ALS. Hindi po siya ganun.
Mm.
Kumbaga, sa formal school, they have this specific target of learners. For us in the ALS, meron din tayong specific target of learners. Parang hindi magka-overlap yung mga kinikater natin na mga learners.
So at least no naklaro siya na hindi siya, yun nga, klaruhin natin na hindi ka nakapag-enroll ngayon mag-ALS ka na kasi meron siyang
No,
requirement.
may
Oo.
age
Sir Butch,
requirement siya.
may age requirement siya. Sabi mo, from 16 up. So wala na siyang limit. Does it mean na kahit 30, mga ganon na siya, if the learner wants to enroll and to get that learning, pwede pa din?
Yes, wala tayong limit, no, Miss Angel. In fact, marami tayong mga matatanda na nasa elementary pa ng ALS. So nakakatuwa nga, Miss
Hmm.
Angel, nakakatuwa nga kasi during our graduation, every time I attend an ALS graduation,
Mm.
marami tayong nakapila na mga matatanda na, pero sa ribbon nila sa graduation, elementary graduates pa sila. So ano lang, nakakaano ng puso, di ba? Na, parang rewarding, because we are really capturing learners who were out of school for a long time, tapos siguro due to certain circumstances in their lives na medyo
Mm.
nahihirapan na sila to go back to school, at least meron pa silang second chance, meron pa silang
Oo.
alternative, no, na way that they can proceed their education. So ang tawag talaga natin sa ALS is the second chance natin na opportunity for our learners.
Ay, ang galing. Kasi nga 'di ba sabi siya, ng UNESCO ba siya? Correct me if I'm wrong, Sir Butch, na it's education for all. Lahat
Tama,
talaga siya.
yes.
Oo,
EFE
yun.
talaga siya, Miss Angel. And we only not cater, no, in schools. We also have the community learning centers kung saan
Mhm.
nag-handle tayo ng mga sessions inside the church, inside the chapel, under the mango tree, if you like to call it, in the barangay
Ay,
hall, kung saan-saan po. Example, here in
oo.
Cagayan, we even go sa Pantalan, sa port area natin, we conduct sessions there. And then we also have
Oh,
sessions in the Bulwa terminal for our bus sweepers. We also have ganon. We cater a lot of learners, kind of learners who are not in school. We in the alternative learning system capture them. Talagang hinihila natin sila to really go back to schooling.
oo, ang galing. So, para talagang hindi na like, yung sa bus, so parang, ay, ayoko na pumunta ng school. So, si school na talaga ang pupunta sa inyo. Di ba?
Yes, kaya ang tawag natin sa mga teachers natin sa ALS are mobile teachers because they go around the community. They are the one who will hunt down. Sila yung naghahanap ng mga learners natin, Miss Angel. So, yung mga mobile teachers natin ang nagre-reach out po sa mga learners. Kumakatok po yan sa mga pintuan, nagtatanong if you have learners na hindi na sa school kasi sasaluin natin sila sa ALS.
Ang galing. So, saludo dyan sa ating mga teachers. Pero Sir Butch, klaruhin lang natin. So, pag ikaw, halimbawa, ikaw na learner, mag-enroll officially, consider talaga sila officially enrolled sa ALS. Meron bang mga requirements o may ganun po ba na dapat nilang
Yes.
i-submit or i-comply?
Yes, Ma'am Angel. Actually, isa lang yung major requirement natin, which is the birth certificate that is really
Mhm.
authenticated by the Philippine Statistics Authority, yung sa PSA, or kahit yung sa NSO pa, pwede natin yan magagamit. Kasi this is the major requirement for our learners should they plan to take the terminal test, which will determine them na graduate or hindi pa graduate. Kasi we only have one terminal assessment. We call it the A&E test or the accreditation and equivalency test. So yun lang naman yung requirement ng DepEd Central Office, yung birth certificate. So with regards to their educational background, we can actually trace that because we have one enrollment learner information system. We call it the LIS, wherein we could track all the learners nationwide. So hindi rin sila they cannot parang ano ba if our learners would claim na elementary graduate sila, but we can actually trace that if they are really indeed elementary graduates. So wala silang lusot para kumbaga Miss Angel. So we know their educational background. So yun lang po, they will have their birth certificate ready, or for now na medyo mahirap tayong lumabas sa PSA kasi nga 'di ba we are under quarantine or ano ba kaya, so they can just temporarily enroll themselves, lalapit lang sila sa mga central schools natin, especially in Cagayan de Oro City kasi all central schools natin may mga ALS centers po.
Ay, okay. So mga so at least now they would know, no? Mga ka-harmony natin dyan, you know kung saan dapat pumunta. Hindi po dun direkta sa office ni Sir Butch, pero sa mga
Hindi.
schools po siya.
Yes, sa mga central
Oo.
schools natin. Oo.
Central schools natin. So, Sir Butch kasi na-mention one time, because we featured here yung e-clip na program. Tapos sabi
Yes.
part daw din yun sa program nyo, yung mga sa ating
Yes.
mga individual sa mga rebel returnees.
Yes, that is right, Miss Angel. The DILG, they have this program called the E-Clip. This is intended for the rebel returnees. They have livelihood package. They have may mga packages sila for the rebel returnees, and part of that is the education part. Before they could parang release the tech, ano ba yon, parang livelihood package, they have to undergo first schooling. And so this is the part where the ALS will come in. So si ALS ang nag-handle ng mga sessions natin sa mga rebel returnees. Sa Cagayan de Oro, we have, I think, in Mambuaya. And then, for the entire Region 10, marami tayong e-clip din. Meron tayong sa Malaybalay, meron tayong sa Misamis Occidental, at saka sa Hingoog City. So, yes, we are part of the DILG, partner tayo ng DILG in providing education para sa ating mga rebel returnees. At isa itong pinaka-challenging talaga, Miss Angel, because most of them cannot read, cannot write, cannot count. Okay? So, one of the challenges is on how to make them write. Medyo nahihirapan na silang gumamit ng pencil. Would you believe, Miss Angel,
Kasi
that
iba yung hinahawakan na nila dati.
Oo, mga Armalite and etc. So, pag gagamit na sila ng pencil, nasisira nila yung pencil. So, iba yung strategies natin sa kanila. Like, we use Manila paper, we use pentel pens, or we use wood and sand para lang maka-form ng mga letters. So, iba yung approach natin for our rebel returnees sa kanilang mga literacy sessions.
Wow, I couldn't imagine no kung gaano nga. Kaya nga kami when we featured them, like parang when Sir Alan was telling us the experiences ng mga teachers, grabe. Saludo. Meron pa lang nag-greet sa inyo dito, Sir Butch. Pa-shout out lang, good afternoon, Mariles Cacho Salait. Good afternoon, Sir Bush and Ma'am Angel. The ALS implementers of Balitbog are now listening. Hello, hello.
Ayan, from Bukidnon, as implementers, hello.
Oh, hello, hello. So yun, and then si Ma'am Angeli Pizarro Monsanto. Ma'am
Oh,
Ange, hello.
Ma'am
Sabi niya, hello.
Ange. Hello, I miss you, Ma'am Ange.
Diba? So yun, at marami pa siyang iba. So Sir Butch, marami pa tayong ano, no, pag-usapan nito. Pero ano, siguro mga questions, ihang muna natin kasi I'll be showing a video, no, kung gaano ka-importante yung education for all sa atin. Kaya we're pushing for this talagang alternative learning system. Siguro, ang mga questions would be like, because we understand, like, teachers would really have to go to the community, hindi siya sa classroom. Pero ngayon is COVID. So paano yan siya? How's your preparation? How is it implemented now? Ano yung mga challenges? Kasi nga sabi natin off cam kanina, challenges pa din siya hanggang ngayon kasi COVID. 'Di ba? So, we'll pause for a break. We'll share with you this video, mga ka-IH, and then we'll be back in a few para ma-share namin sa inyo, mapag-usapan natin kung ano pa yung mga challenges nga, how's ALS this time in the time of COVID. So, sige, let's watch this.
Approximately 70 million children don't have the opportunity to go to school every day. This is the same number as the amount of people that live in Thailand. Imagine an entire country missing out on their education. Out of the 70 million children that can't go to school every day, 25 million of them will never go to school, either because of money or there isn't a school in the area. Most of the kids that aren't able to go to school are girls. One of the worst places for school is Africa because 33 million kids can't go to school there, and 18 million of these are girls. Only 2/3 of these kids will ever graduate high school. This is an amazing story about a girl named Jacinta at the age of 13. She lived in Tanzania, a country in Africa, when her family could no longer afford for her to go to school. So she had to drop out. She then had to work as a servant 18 hours a day and only made $13 a month. Then a charity called CampEd raised money for Jacinta and her family so that she would not have to work anymore and could go back to school. Later, she was sent home and had the opportunity to start school once again. So she headed back to school. After she went to school, she got a great job and was able to send her brothers and sisters to school. But it's not just the kids and families that don't have enough money. It's there's not enough teachers. For example, in India, they need about 350,000 more teachers. And in West Africa, they need about 380,000 more teachers. But for every kid in the world to be educated, we would need approximately 5 million more teachers. When adults don't get proper education as kids, it leads to bad things. For example, if you aren't literate, you can't get a job. And if you can't get a job, you can't make any money. There's about 798 million adults who still lack basic literacy skills. And also, if you don't know, literacy means reading or writing. Some ways that you can help is by donating to a charity, as in UNICEF or CampEd. CampEd is a charity that helps girls in Africa go to school, while UNICEF is a charity that helps kids all over the world. But what would really help is spread the word. Tell your friends and families about these charities and to donate. The last thing you can do is just be grateful for your own education and take school seriously. But this can't just happen on its own. We need to do it. Education is something that not everybody has, so you should value your education because when we don't learn, the world never changes.
Yun, 'di ba? Ganahan. I so love the last statement ng bata, when we don't learn, the world never changes.
Right. Right.
Grabe.
I agree, Ma'am Angel.
Grabe, no? Powerful masyado talaga ang education. And yeah, ALS, Sir Butch. Bago natin sagutin pala, Sir Butch, yung ni ano ko na question sa inyo. So, like, briefly lang siguro, Sir Butch, if the learner enrolls to ALS, ano yung mga literacy, mga skills na ma-acquire ng bata, ng learner?
Okay. Thank you, Ma'am Angel. We have three programs in alternative learning system. The first is yung basic literacy program. Ito talaga yung no read, no write, doesn't know how to count. So basic literacy yung tawag natin na program. Then we have elementary, and then we also have secondary or junior high school. Kasi naka K to 12 na din yung curriculum natin sa ALS. So basically, whatever skills na ma-acquire sa mga formal school natin ng mga students are the same set of skills that they will be learning as well. So that the learning skills, the 21st learning skills, the communication, the science skills, the math skills. We even have digital citizenship, which is very important uh, for our learners. But apart from our literacy programs, we also have the informal education wherein we provide skills training to our learners. In coordination with TESDA, in coordination with the TechVoc institutes in the city, we provide yung mga plumbing skills, cooking skills, yung housekeeping skills, because we want that our learners, kasi nga medyo may edad na sila, we don't want them to be literate. We also want them to become productive soon that they will finish their education with us in the ALS. So marami
Ang
tayong binibigay sa mga ALS learners natin.
Oh, ang galing, 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 'di ba? I'm so excited na talaga nito. So, yun
Oo
nga,
nga.
sabi
Yes,
you were
Miss
saying,
Angel,
Sir Butch.
let me share lang, Miss Angel, pero challenging din. For example, sa jail, kasi we provide classes in the jail sa Cagayan de Oro
Yeah.
City Jail. So we provide lang na mga skills na hindi masyadong technical, gaya ng mga gaya ng plumbing, yung mga
Ah,
machinery operation, because you know already the rationale
yes,
behind.
environment. Okay.
Mm, pero nevertheless, we still provide skills no sa mga PDLs natin o mga persons deprived of liberty. The same case
So,
also with the rehab center in Puerto. We also
oh,
provide we also provide yung mga cooking skills. Okay lang yung mga ganon, cooking skills. Tapos maganda din yung mga programs natin doon sa rehab. Every year may mga graduates tayo doon.
mm,
Napaka-supportive din po ng napaka-supportive din ng DOH natin ng mga personnel sa mga ALS natin na programs doon. Marami tayong ginagawa, Miss Angel. Napakasaya po sa ALS. Ang ganda-ganda
yes,
po ng ginagawa natin kasi we're also serving those underserved, those who are, we consider the least, the last, and the lost. So, maganda. This is not only a profession, this is also service to our fellow Filipinos po.
wow, grabe, nakakataba ng puso. And hindi lang sa ano, I understand, Lumbia National High School was the one serving yung mga PDLs natin, and they're there, shared do, senior high something, no? Na
The
program.
shared option, the shared
Shared.
option, this is the senior high alternative education delivery. It's the first kind in the country wherein we provide senior high school education inside the jail. So we are proud of that, Miss Angel, that with Lumbia National High School, we provide senior high school education sa loob ng jail. And we're also happy that Puerto National High School is also doing the same to deliver
Mm,
senior high school doon sa rehab center. So it's the
sorry.
first of its kind in the entire country po, Ma'am Angel.
Woohoo! Congratulations Cagayan de Oro and sa inyo, Sir Butcher, your leadership. Virtual clap natin dyan, mga ka-harmony.
Yes.
Pero, Sir Butch, eto na nga. So, ang daming challenges. Pero siguro, pa, bago natin talaga ibigay yan, kasi yan yung ano, how do, di ba? How do teachers get involved sa ALS? Do they get into the same hiring process? Or baka kasi meron tayong mga, ano, mga kapwa dyan na nakikinig sa atin who's joining us this afternoon and wants to be part of, kagaya ng sabi ni Liz, Lizzie, hello, Doc Ray Butch Mahinay. Love from ALS Miss Ok. Ay, grabe present talaga ang mga
Ayan. Hello
ALS.
sa mga taga Misamis Occidental. Not na
Oo,
ma-implement.
oo, si Ma'am Liz. Oo, parang narinig ko tong name na to sa bahay. Oo. So, Sir Butch, yun nga po, how do teachers get involved with, sa ALS? Or yung mga prospective ng mga teachers natin, yung mga graduates na
Yes, yes.
naghahanap.
Yes, Ma'am Angel. Actually, it's one of the frequently asked questions, no? How to be hired in the alternative learning system. Actually, they
Mm,
will undergo the same hiring process sa mga division offices. So,
mm,
nagpaparank din sila along with all the prospective applicants natin sa division offices. Then, out
mm,
sa mga ranked applicants, yung tinatawag natin na RQA or the Registry of Qualified Applicants, doon
mm,
natin kukunin yung mga teachers natin for ALS. So basically, we have no separate hiring for ALS, but they have to undergo the same hiring procedure for each division offices. Pero
ah,
the good side is that we also accept volunteers. Um,
mm,
yung mga education graduates natin, those who are already passers of the licensure exam,
mm,
they can actually if they are interested, they can actually get involved with ALS as a
mm,
literacy volunteer, wherein this experience can actually magagamit nila as teaching experience by the time that they will apply as a permanent teacher in DepEd. So, yun talaga yung mga route na mostly no mga nakakatulong talaga na mga pamaraan on how to be in the DepEd service by
mm.
gathering experiences in the alternative learning system as a literacy volunteer.
Ayun, 'di ba? Vote in na tayo diyan, yung mga pa, medyo free pa ngayon and you really want to help kasi nga sabi nga Sir Butch, Dr. Butch, si John Alvin Putin, hello, fellow SEAP alumni, fellow na, 'di ba? Medyo nawala ako sa grammar. Oh, PY din siya ng SEAP, oo. Cheers! We at Adzu Sugpat is helping in strengthening the ALS in Zamboanga del Norte. Let's all mainstream alternative learning. Yes, totoo yan. Let's normalize ALS, kumbaga. Sabi pa nga ng ano, 'di ba? So, congratulations dyan sa inyo, Princess, sa inyong trabaho din ha with Sugpat. Padayon-padayon lang jud ta din. And si Ma'am Angie is also saying it's happy thing everyone gets a chance to education. No one left behind. Yun.
Tama,
Yun,
tama.
oo. Ang ganda talaga ng ano. So, eto na nga, Sir Butch. COVID kasi, and you have to be out, pero medyo may mga restrictions. Paano yun? I mean, that's one challenge that I see it. But ano pa mga challenges and how do you manage that now?
Okay po, Ma'am Angel. But before that, hello sa mga ALS implementers natin sa Zamboanga. Yung sugpat natin is very strong din.
Mm.
Grabe yung mga initiatives nila sa Zamboanga. Kaya saludo din ako sa sugpat. Hello, hello there. So, apart from Ateneo de Zamboanga, we also have the night school program at Xavier University catering the street kids. So, meron tayong mga 50 or 60 enrolled now na mga street kids which are being handled by our teachers at Xavier. Night school siya kasi gabi lang yung mga sessions nila. So, isa yan no sa Xavier Night School program. Anyway, for the COVID-19 natin na pandemic, Miss Angel, I know it's a challenge not only for the ALS but also for the formal school system. I think you have heard already of the predicaments of some of the teachers and of the leaders about the modules, the reproduction
Yeah.
of modules, 'di ba? Milyon-milyon na yung na-suspend natin. Um,
Oo.
just to be prepared no for this opening of the school year. It's very challenging but I hope let's all support one another kasi nahihirapan din kami sa DepEd. It's not bed of
Mm.
roses for us but it's really a challenge then. For us in the
Mm.
ALS we face actually the same challenge because we cannot conduct sessions in face-to-face manner. So therefore, we also
Mm-mm.
have to adopt the distance learning modality through modular instruction. So we also
Oh.
deliver learning materials to the community. That's one way. Another way is that we allow parents and adult learners to come to the school and get their learning package. Parang ganon.
Ah.
But we have this innovation. We don't use the modules, but we have these learning activity sheets wherein Cesar Ray
Mm-mm.
Cullera is one of our content experts. We are developing these learning activity sheets from learning strand number 1 up to learning strand number 6. This will fill
Mm.
in the gap of the lack of materials that we have in ALS right now. And these LAS are friendlier because it's one page only. And in spite of its being one page, it's already packed, with information, with assessment. And these learning activity sheets are patterned from the Bernidos of their dynamic learning program. The Bernidos are like the Ramon Magsaysay awardees for education because of their innovation of the dynamic learning program. So in fact, the Bernidos through this program is also helping us through the smart communications in our production and the use of these learning activity sheets. So this is something very helpful for our teachers and for our learners kasi we already have a structure, we already have a system on how these learning
Yes.
activity sheets can be utilized in the field.
Ang galing. So para siyang supplement na din siya sa kanilang learning, Sir Butch, 'no? And I really appreciate, I mean, I can I can feel na kung paano talaga somehow na-observe ko din siya. Kasi nga modesty aside, yung husband ko pagdating ng bahay galing sa school, o yun, nasa online pa din kasi nag-uusap sila about sa learning activity. Tapos yung
Yeah.
dedication and passion ba na binibigay ng mga teachers. Tapos lahat in the ALS. Kaya nga sabi ko, paano ba siya? Ganon. Na-curious ako. Kaya this is why we are here this afternoon na
Yes.
din. Personally,
Pero
para
pero
din
Miss
malaman.
Angel, I'd like also to say this that distance learning is not new to us in the ALS. Because usually yun, yung pre-COVID pa, parang naka-distance
Mm-mm.
learning naman tayo sa ALS because we meet our learners once or twice only per week. It's not the same with the formal schools that they have to meet their students in daily basis, no? Like Monday to Friday, 8 to 5. That's the usual. But in ALS, we are very flexible. We only meet them again like once or twice per week because most of our learners are adults. Most of them are workers already. So that's why we hold sessions in weekends, in Saturdays, in Sundays. So distance learning is not new to us anymore. Apart from the modules, apart from the learning activity sheets, we also have the radio-based instruction or the IRBI. We also have the TVI or the TV-based instruction. In fact, the formal schools are benchmarking on our practices because we've been doing this for a long time already. The RBI is
Mm.
operating in almost all divisions in Region 10. And then I'm so happy to know that in our monitoring, we have 2 or 3 division offices doing the TV-based instruction wherein they partnered with local cables and then they're showing our ALS lessons through TV. And we are really happy not to know that our ALS implementers are very creative on how to deliver our lessons to our learners. So this is something that we are already championing for a while, and that is why the formal school systems are also adapting our ways on how to deliver their learning in the formal school system. So
Ang
kaya nga
galing.
parang nga Miss Angel parang naha-highlight yung ALS kasi this is really our way of practices already.
Oo. 'No, parang leader na. Ang galing na kayo na talaga yung nang-lead sa kanila na ang galing, Sir Butch. And I can remember din pala one time because in our research project pa dun sa mga talaan-digs diyan sa Talakag,
Mm.
sabi ng community dun, mga talaan-digs na, "Ma'am," kasi yun nga, literacy. Sabi nga when we ask them, "Ma'am," natatakot sila kasi, "Ma'am, wala naman kaming alam kasi hindi kami nakapag-aral kahit grade 1." Yung mga gano'n. Tapos we ask ko, "Paano po?" So sabi, may ALS teacher doon na pumupunta doon. So sabi mo, wow, ang galing, umaabot sa
Yeah.
inyo dito yung mga, so grabe yung passion and dedication. Kasi nga, di ba tayo teachers tayo, Sir Butch, and then we have the, parang medyo mas lamang tayo sa convenience kasi may schools tayo na pupuntahan, yung mga ganun. Tapos yung mga, I cannot imagine, but I'm pretty sure it's very enriching in the same as same manner as we experience it in our classroom. Wow! Ang galing, 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 Sir Butch ng ALS. So, Sir Butch, in as much as we want to hold you long, um, baka po, would you have message sa ating mga implementers? Okay. Medyo nagka-technical, si Sir Butch, ata. Kasi na, siya. So, sa ating mga kapwa dyan, it's really, really interesting, no, that we have the Department of Education has this program for our learners, and this is really education for all. Inclusive talaga. No one is left behind. Yun nga, sabi nga. Basa muna tayo ng mga comments while we are waiting for Sir Butch to come back. Ganito talaga yan siya, ang mga challenges ng ating COVID na conversation. Kasi nga, may mga pero lumalaban pa din tayo. Balik tayo. Okay. So, yun. Eto. Comment lang, sabi ni Josh Waban, mayong hapon ka in harmony. And yes, good afternoon then, Teacher Maria Inola Perlet Bagungon. And happy to know, sabi nga ni Princess John Alvin Turalde Kutin, happy to know that we're talking ALS. And of course, pa-shout out sa Dayaw Kalinaw, 41st SEAP. Dayaw Kalinaw 41st SEAP. And so yun, padayon ta sa pagbasa sa ato ang mga comments. And dito na pala si Sir Butch. So let's bring him back in. Hello, Sir
Ayan.
Butch. Yes.
Sorry, Ma'am Angel. Ayun nga, may mga problem tayo sa internet.
Pero talaga, ganyan talaga ang realidad natin ngayon, Sir Butch.
Yes.
Nga lang, may ganyan talaga tayo. So, pero ang importante dyan, lumalaban pa rin tayo, Sir Butch.
Yes.
Padayon.
Tama, Miss Angel. That is why we are not using the online classes sa ALS kasi
Platform.
alam namin challenging talaga yung internet na connectivity, much more sa mga hinterlands natin na mga classes. Kasi nga, tama yung sinabi mo, Miss Angel, we are also catering yung mga IP natin na mga learners, especially in Bukidnon, in Lanao del Norte, meron now tayo na mga brothers and sisters na nagsiserve din tayo. And then, yun, no? So that's why hindi tayo nag-opt for the online learning. But instead, we are really heavily using our printed learning materials, the learning activity sheets, as our main modality in this time of pandemic.
Oo, 'di ba? Adjust kasi ganyan, may mga realities talaga tayo dito na challenging talaga pa siya sa atin. Wow, galing. So, I'd like to highlight lang yung sinabi mo kanina, Sir Butch, no, na multimodal talaga siya. May pa TV, may pa radyo, may pa print, 'di ba?
Yes.
And yun nga, the last option na lang siguro is yung online. 'Di ba? But primarily, it's really the print kasi we understand the difficulties, the challenges that goes with it. Hi, Sir Butch, saludo ako sa inyo. We really would want to hold you long and we can go on conversing with this about ALS, but unfortunately, you have also schedules to attend to. So, Sir
Yes.
Butch, siguro ganito siguro. For my last question, as the lead implementer, regional coordinator ng DepEd 10, ano pa ang how do we see ALS in the next future, in the future? Or ano pa mga plans ba siya or mga programs that also perhaps yung mga ka-harmony natin would like to engage like person. I understand our university, the USTP is a partner of ALS, 'di ba?
Yes, I'd like to mention that.
Yeah.
We've been partnering with USTP for our trainings, for our teachers, especially for the core subjects, yung science, English, and mathematics. Ito yung mga medyo needed natin na training. So binibigay po yan ng USTP natin. So, pa-shout out na rin kay Ma'am Isay of
Isa.
the yeah, Ma'am Isay Fajardo. Thank you so much, Ma'am Isay. Kina Ma'am Rosie Tan sa Math Department, tapos kay Sir Jello sa Science Department. Yun yung mga partners natin sa USTP. Thank you so much po.
Yes, no? Always a pleasure to serve you, Sir Butch. Yun nga, on behalf of USTP. So yun nga, Sir Butch, ano pa, what else are in plans ahead of, ano ba? Ano, wala ako sa grammar dun.
Okay, yes.
Ano pa?
Pero
What,
yes, Ma'am Anja, mga ways forward natin sa ALS, for sure, stronger implementation of our programs. Number one for that is the offering of the senior high school. Hindi pa siya in place talaga kasi in the central office parang
exciting.
niluluto pa siya. Yes, niluluto pa siya, but eventually it will be implemented hopefully for the next school year. We will have senior high school in the ALS. Tapos secondly, we will be offering micro certifications for our ALS learners, meaning if they could finish one skill, they will get another one certificate for that. And so if they will be finishing more skills, then they will be garnering more micro certificates, which could help them in their application soon that they are done with the ALS nila na schooling. So may mga ganyan, Ma'am Angel. Tapos we'll also be strengthening the guidance and counseling part because our learners are out of school for a while, and then they needed for sure psychological support, yung mga mental health natin na mga support. So we hope to really provide that to our ALS learners. So the future for ALS is very bright, and we are doing this because of our partners, like the NGOs, the local government units. Ang marami pong nagsusupport po sa ALS. That's why we're very thankful because they believe sa causes namin, which really to provide second chance education sa mga out of school youths natin and adults.
Yon, ang galing, no? And we hope really to see the realization of all those. Mas excited din ako dun sa senior high school, no? Na may gagraduate na talagang senior high school from this ALS. And then they can proceed na tayo for higher learning pa. Ay, galing. At saka yun nga, the wellness of the mga learners natin. Especially ngayon na COVID, tayo nga din affected na din. Sir Butch, baka may message din kayo sa ating mga implementers all over the region, sa yung mga
Yes.
kasama sa ALS.
Yes. They know how much I care for them. That's why we are really providing structure in our ways para naman matutulungan sila, guided sila in what they do. I record myself in YouTube for me to address my thoughts for them, my messages for them, and then I gave out parang quick implementers guide para may something sila na reference that they can go to if they are parang may questions sila in the implementation. So I've been providing them support in every inch of the way. But please stay safe in this time of pandemic because we need you to be healthy for our programs to proceed. And then please please believe lang that we can do this, no? Laban lang tayo sa Region 10. We're doing good, but then again, it's good to be reminded from time to time that we need also to look after our health and of the health of our learners. Kasi sabi nila, 'di ba, parang Maslow first before Bloom's. So that's very important, no? Basic needs muna before we go further. And of course, at this time of pandemic, this is the time that we need to be understanding to our learners. This is the time that we need to be patient to our learners. This is not the time to be strict. This is not the time to be very stringent with the requirements. No, we must be very flexible at this time because, again, understanding talaga tayo for our learners because this is the time of conflict. This is the time of confusion, the time of health issues and pandemic. So therefore, it's just appropriate for us to be very flexible for our learners. So yun lang, more power to our ALS implementers in the entire Region 10. Sama-sama tayo for our learners. Mabuhay, Region 10 out.
Yay! Thank you so much, Sir Butch, for your time. And sa ating mga ka-harmony, no, this has been a very enlightening and insightful na conversation that we have. And I'm more than inspired and hopeful that the world will be made more beautiful with this alternative learning system natin na in place. So, Sir Butch, thank you so much. God bless and saludo sa inyo. And everyone, please stay safe.
Yes.
Ayun. Ay, hala. Sorry, nakat na po si Sir Butch. Okay, hindi namin na ano yun siya. So, pasensya po, Sir Butch. Okay, no? So, sa ating mga ka-IH, yun. So, you have opportunities. Either you become a learner and also you want to be part of the implementer. You want to be part of the teaching force of ALS. The same process na you go through. And sa ating mga learners dyan na who's contemplating, I believe there was one who commented kung paano siya mag-enroll. Just go to the school nearest to you, central school nearest sa inyo, and then inquire or submit those requirements na na-mention ni Sir Butch. Basically, it's your birth certificate because all other requirements pwede na sila na mag-process niyan. So, okay, so yeah, ang galing, ang ganda. We are living in harmony with each other na talaga to. At etong technical ko, pa-shoutout daw siya. Kanina pa niya to ipasa, pabigay sana, pero medyo ano. So, shoutout daw sa ALS Region 10 Learning Strand for Writers. And sa partner niya na si Ma'am Lizzie kanina. Hello, Ma'am Lizzie. Salamat, salamat, and hello dyan sa inyo. So, I'll be reading comments na hindi ko siya nabasa kanina ba? Ito. Ma'am Nelfa Villanueva is saying, mabuhay in harmony. Thank you so much. And of course, Doc Grant is saying, stay home. Hashtag stay home kung wala talaga tayong essential na gagawin. And of course, Sister Red, back. Salamat kaayo for watching, joining us this afternoon. Yes, our pleasure is ours. It's an honor to be of service to everyone. Alam mo yan. Say up lang tayo. And again, si Ma'am Mariles Cacho Salait is saying, good afternoon, Sir Butch and Ma'am Angel, and the ALS implementers of Malitbog are now listening. To Ma'am Angie Pizarro, thank you so much for watching and for joining us this afternoon. And thank you so much, Ma'am Lizzie. I hope to personally meet you one day kasi nakakausap ka lang, narinig lang kita kausap ng husband ko. Di ba? So, again, this has been Angel Ascuna Culiera reminding you to please stay safe and live in harmony. And because we only have one earth, let us care and share and let's keep our conversation going. Padayon paghihapon ta sa ato ang celebration sa SEAP. So we share again with you this unity song, which is prepared by the IPY. So here goes.
I have a dream of what I wanna be. I wanna be free. That's what my heart keeps telling me. Give me your hand.
We find a way
These people won't tell.
to feel the same.
If we help each other, I just know we can succeed. We are one, but we are different. We're from all around the world. We share the same sun, we share the same oceans. We are every boy and girl. Come together and share our dreams. Be amongst the stars, and we know that it's destiny. And we are unity. We are unity.
I do believe, oh, I believe in destiny. It's up to me find a way.
People out there
Let's feel the same.
if we help each other.
I just know we can succeed.
We are one, but we are different. We're from all around the world. We share the same sun, we share the same oceans. We are every boy and girl. Come together and share our dreams. We be amongst the stars, and we know that it's destiny that we are unity. No matter where you're from or who you are, we can find a common place to be, that we are friends. We are one, but we are different. We're from all around the world. We share the same sun, we share the same oceans. Oh, we are one.